What's up everyone, welcome back to another video, and today we have a special job. Pretty much that job is to pick up and restore, I believe it's kind of like a wagon truck or something like that. We're gonna go check it out right now, but before we do, make sure you guys smash the like button and subscribe, and let's get into it. So I believe the vintage truck should be around somewhere around here. Well, actually, you know what, it's actually gonna be passing the bridge. Let me get in my truck. Oops, there we go. Let me turn this thing on and let's start making our way over to the location so we can actually take a look at it and see what we need, so we can take it to the mechanic shop, repair it, and then probably sell it off to the dealership, because I'm not really interested in keeping a wagon right now, since I already have this truck right here, one of my favorite trucks in the game, and I also have the Mustang, which if you guys have seen a Mustang, you guys know that that thing is pretty cool. But let me make sure the road is clear. All right, let's cross right here, and I just realized I am in 2H, so let me change that to 4 high. There we go. Now all of my tires should have power, and let's see, I believe it should be around here. I don't see it so far. Let's check down here and see if there's anything. Yeah, I don't. Oh, wait a minute, it's right here, bruh. Let me check this thing out and see how this thing looks, and look at that. This thing is super old and rusty. I wonder how many years it's been here, but it doesn't look like it's in too terrible condition. Let's get this thing out of under the tree, and then we'll probably go over to the mechanic shop so we can get a tow truck, so we can pick this thing up and take it back so we can fix this. But for now, let me just grab my cable and let me get it connected to the front of the bumper. Hello, it's not working. Hold on, I think I need to get closer. Yeah, let me get a little bit closer and let me try again. Let me grab the cable, and no, it's not connecting. I am not sure why it is not connecting, so I think we're just gonna go to the store and grab a tow strap so we can get that thing pulled out of there, because my cable seems to be not working. I'm not sure if you guys have had that same issue where you try to connect the cable to one of your cars. And then let me make a right turn right here. All right, we have the RP tool store right here, so let me pull out and let me quickly run into the store and grab the strap. There we go, we have the strap in hand, which means we can quickly run back. All right, let me hop in. All right, and let me just quickly pull out of the plaza. So let me make a right turn right here and then a left turn right here. All right, and the reason I am rushing is because I want to make sure I get this done before the afternoon, because in the afternoon I need to watch the football game. But anyways, we are now back. Let me just quickly pull into this driveway and let's see, where is it? All right, so the truck is right here. Let me get the tow strap connected to the front of my truck, just like so. Nice, we got those two connected. Now let me just pull this thing. Let's get this thing pulled a little bit more. Come on, let's go. There we go. I think that should be good right there, honestly. Yeah, look at that. We got the wagon truck out of the tree. Now let me get the tow strap disconnected, just like so, and we're gonna go and pick up the tow truck so we can take this to the mechanic shop and get this thing fixed. All right, let me make a right turn right here. Make sure we put on our blinkers, and the mechanic shop should be right down here. Is this the mechanic shop? Hold on. Oh yeah, it is. All right, so let me pull in and we should see the tow truck right here. All right, cool. It looks really nice. So let me back up and get this thing parked right behind next to the tow truck a little bit more, and that's going to be perfect right there. So let me turn off the engine, put it in park, and there we go. Let's hop into the tow truck, get this thing started, and let me put this in 4H. There we go. I had to change the drivetrain because when it's in 2H, the truck tends to drive slower, and the goal today is to make sure we're not doing things slow since we are on a short time limit. But anyways, was this the road that we came from? Hold on, let me check the map just to make sure. Okay, so it looks like this is the road. I got confused because there's this dirt road and then there's also like the dirt road over here, which kind of looks pretty similar. So let me make a left turn right here and let me pull down so we can get these two connected. And let's see, how should I? Okay, you know what, let me turn around right here. Let me try to make a little u-turn. Oh, come on, you can do it. There you go. And then let me get this thing behind, well, I guess in front of the truck, and let me start lowering this. Let's see, what should we do? All right, let's click on lower, just like that, and then let's unfold it. Yeah, let's do that, unfold it, and I think that should be good right there. So let's see if we can get this connected on the first try. Gotta make sure I carefully back up, and I think it's connected. Hold on. Oh, I see the issue. If you guys see the wheels right now, the wheels are turned to an angle and they're supposed to be straight. So let me try again. I'm gonna disconnect it from the boom. There we go. And let me move this a little bit forward and let's straighten up these wheels. And alright, cool. The wheels are now straightened. Let me just hop back into the truck and let's see if this thing finally works. So I'm gonna carefully back up a little bit more. Hold on. I think I can also extend this. Oh, we can. Look at that. Forgot about that. Alright, let's see. I think I need to raise it a little bit. Let's do that. There we go. Alright, so now let me raise this a little bit, just like so. Look at that. Alright, so we got that thing raised in the air. So now we can start making our way over to the mechanic shop so we can turn this thing into a brand new truck. So let's turn right here. Oh, it's gonna be a tight turn. Alright. Oh, that was pretty close. Alright, let's keep on driving right now until we see the intersection so we can make a left turn. I see the stop sign, so let me start slowing down and let me put on my blinkers so we can make a left turn. Alright, the road seems to be clear, so let's make a turn right here, just like so. Alright, let's make a turn right here. From here, we should be able to get to the mechanic shop. Alrighty, everyone, the mechanic shop is on our right, so we can finally pull in and get this thing into one of these garages. Let's actually put it in this garage right here. So I'm gonna open it right there and let me just turn around so we can back up and just drop off the truck. So let me make sure I am straight and let me slowly and carefully back into here. That's a little bit too much to the right and I think that is going to be good. Hold on, let me just give this a nice check. Yeah, this is going to be perfect. So let me get this thing disconnected. I'm just gonna drop it. It's an old truck, so we can do it. All right, and let me get this thing parked next to my truck, and there we go. And before we actually turn off this thing, we actually gotta retract this thing. So now let me raise this a little bit and let's fold it. All right, awesome. So we've got the thing parked and returned back to its original place. And now for our last mission, we have to restore this wagon truck to brand new so we can sell it to the dealership. So let me hop into this thing. Let's get this thing fixed up and let's see. Let's start off with the paint. I'm thinking about doing like a red color, something like this. And oh, I forgot, gotta remove the rust. And let's make this a little bit darker. Oh yeah, like a dark red. That looks really good. And let me actually add some reflectance, just like so. And nice, it's starting to look pretty nice. Windows, we're not gonna touch the windows. We're gonna keep it OEM and original. The suspension, yeah, we're gonna keep the suspension the same because this is pretty fine in my opinion. And the engine, let's do 25% extra power and no superchargers. No, we don't want to boost this thing. Exhaust, nope, I don't know what that is. And attachments, oh, should we add a light bar? I'm not sure. It doesn't look good, to be honest. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to add any attachments and I'm just gonna call it there. I think this is now finished. So let's give this a nice check and look at that. You know what, let's actually pull it out into the sun. Oh, it sounds super good. Hold on, let me close the garage. But yeah, take a look at this thing. We did an amazing job at restoring this thing to pretty much completely brand new, and all we have to do is take this to the dealership and sell it. So let me turn right here. Good thing the dealership is not far away. It is about like 1 minute away, so we should be there in no time. Alrighty, everyone, we have the dealership right here. So let me get this thing parked let's say right here. I guess this parking should be fine. I'm gonna park it right here. There we go. So let's head into the dealership and get this thing sold. Alright, thanks, man. Oh my goodness, we just got $15,000 for this vintage old truck. Does any of you know the resale value on these things? Because I'm not sure if I got a deal or I just got scammed. But $15,000, I'm not gonna complain about it. I'm gonna take an Uber back home and I'll meet you guys over there. Home sweet home. I'm probably gonna take a shower because I am very stinky, but we managed to finish our job before the afternoon. We restored and sold the vintage truck wagon and we made $15,000. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you guys smash the like button and subscribe, and I'm gonna catch you guys on to the next one. Peace.